Hey, what's going on, guys? Bflattened here, and welcome to the Daily Weekly, the show where we cover daily missions and weekly missions that are either not described very well or are considered hard and able to do them in the fastest way possible. So, I am in the Anvil at the moment, and the reason why we're in the Anvil is because there is a boss that showed up named Chunk Stomp in a daily mission earlier on. Now, I'm assuming there's a lot of people who haven't fought Chunk Stomp before, so your fastest way to do this is travel to the Anvil and then travel back into Floodmoor Basin. You end up spawning here, and Chunk Stomp is just going to be over in this location here. So what you're going to do is you just grab your car over here, you move your car over to this little edge over here, and there is a fast way to get up the corner to get the Chunk Stomp. Jump up the wall. Ignore all these guys, they don't matter. You ultimately run to the end. If you have a snowdrift, that's even better. If you don't have a snowdrift or any way to fast move, that's okay too. But scaling that wall, grabbing that car will get you to Chunk Stomp very quickly. You scale this little wall over here, and at the very end you will find the Chunk Stomp. He's going to jump down from the wall. There he is. And mission complete. Okay, so next we had Maliwan Mex. Now, Maliwan Mex showed up in a daily mission throughout the week, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Promethea, and you're going to want to go to Meridian Outskirts. Now, there's actually a twofer over here, because you can travel over to this location over here, and it'll allow you to pick up 2 daily missions that I saw throughout the week that maybe not everybody has done. So Maliwan Mex are really, really good over here. You can also pick up Borderlands, which was also throughout the week. Now, during the story, you'll be able to see Maliwan Mex traveling in between here. It doesn't have to be on Promethea exactly. As long as it is a Maliwan Mech on some planet, it will count. So if you have a better and faster location to where a Maliwan Mech will appear, then you don't have to do it on the designated planet. You just have to do it. So there's also Maliwan Mechs that will be available on the Splinterlands just before you get to the Great Vault. That's a good spot as well. And those are the ones that can come off the top of my head right now. But I think the Splinterlands would actually be a really good one. There was COV Outrunner there. I wonder if Maliwan Mechs don't appear after the story. That's actually a good way to test here. I guess they don't appear after the story. Yeah, it looks like it's just COV Outrunners. You're going to want to go to the Splinterlands then, just before the Great Vault. Or you can even do Meridian Metroplex. This would also be a good one. Let me just show that for you guys now. Just in case this daily shows up again at some point. While we're in this map, though, there was a Trials map that also appeared as well. The Trial of Discipline was a daily that showed up, so if you're looking for the Trial of Discipline, this is where the mission spawns. This is the drop pod to Promethea, and then you just come up here and you can pick up the Trial of Discipline. That's another good one. Meridian Metroplex for the Maliwan Mex. I want to make sure that I give the proper information for you guys. We travel on over to the Meridian Metroplex. And these guys should be everywhere. We're looking for the little wheel vehicles. Those are Maliwan Mex. So we come on in here. We should be greeted by one right away, actually. Those are robots. If you have the daily mission for robots, those are ones that you can fight off there. Strange. Ah, yes, there you are. Maliwan Cyclones. Those will count for your Maliwan Mex. Those things are everywhere in here. I'm actually surprised I didn't, that took so long.
I am brimming.
Worst case scenario, you save quit a couple of times and, you just sit around in this area and there'll be a couple that'll come to you. But those are Maliwan Mex. That's how you'll be able to complete those missions. So another one that we had was, Spider Ants. Now, Spider Ants was a, one that I had some struggle with at first. I was like, where are Spider Ants in this game? I don't remember. My first thought was actually Arms Race, but that is not true. The fastest way that you can do Spider Ants, and it took me, God, probably a minute or something, just to be able to do, is actually in Krieg's Mind in Castle Crimson. You are greeted by Spider Ants galore in here. So this would probably be the fastest way to do the Spider Ants. So you travel to Castle Crimson here. And then you run out into the open just like you would throughout the story. As soon as you cross this bone bridge over here, you'll be greeted by Spider Ants galore, and you should be able to complete it in probably about a minute. Now, for those that did not know, the daily and the weekly missions actually got buffed today in the hotfix that released earlier today. So if you were looking for a reason to do these, there are more XP gains for completing Spider Ants. And yeah, you're swarmed by Spider Ants here. So if you ever get Spider Ants, this is your area to go to. Next on the list was Hags again. Now, Hags came up again, and I know a lot of people have been asking about what Hags are. So Hags are quoted as goons. So the little, the giant guys that like shoot the hurricanes at you, that have like the little tinks that ride them. There are a few good areas for them, but I believe Conrad's Hold is probably the best. Conrad's Hold is probably the best for goons. You travel on into Conrad's Hold, and you should be able to get about 5 or more in just the first area, all the way up to Thunken Sloth. Now, Thunken Sloth is also a name target for the goons or the hags, because they carry the midget with them.
Ready to unleash this power. Oh,
But speaking of named enemies that also count for challenges, we traveled to Borderlands Nates earlier today, and Borderlands Nates actually counts as a named Psycho. So if you have the mission for Psychos, that will also count. Both Borderlands Nates and the Psycho mission I actually completed together when they both showed up together at the same time. And it doesn't look like I got lucky here, but Conrad's Hold is usually a really good area for dunes. Whenever we move over to Thunken Sloth, that'll count as a guaranteed goon, because I believe this will count as a guaranteed one. Here's a goon. This will count as your hag. That guy there counts as your hag. Badass goon, that will count as your hag. As long as it has goon in the name, it will count as a hag. And then Thunken Sloth will count as one. These are just a named goon. They will count. I'm surprised I don't have that mission complete on this character yet. Alright, so that's Hags, that's Spider Ants. We did Borderlands Nates, we did Maliwan Mex. Now finally the weekly mission is kill 7 raid bosses. But before we get to the 7 raid bosses, Overspheres. I know a lot of people are going to be asking about Overspheres. Now, for Overspheres, there's 2 areas that you can go to. There's one in Promethea, and you can go to Skywell 27 just before Handsome Jackie. Before opening up the door to Handsome Jackie in the story, you get bombarded by Overspheres like crazy. You can probably get about, I want to say 5 to 10 Overspheres spawning there, and there's a save quit respawn station really close by. Handsome Jackie is going to be down in this area over here at the very, very bottom. And then there's a save spot just right in here. And the big area over here, that's where the overspheres are going to spawn. Now, the other area that you can do it is actually at Wotan the Invincible. Wotan's upper half actually spawns overspheres, and Wotan's lower half also spawns overspheres. They count as death spheres, so you can kill off those ones, and you can also complete the 7 raid bosses at the same time. What will count as a raid boss? If it has Invincible in the name, that'll count as a raid boss. Hemovorus, Wotan the Invincible, Scourge the Invincible. Whatever is the most comfortable for you, and whatever is the easiest for you, that's what would count as a raid boss for this weekly challenge. 7 seems kind of low, but that's okay. It's a weekly challenge. I'm going to do it. Extra XP for the vault card. I think that's going to cover everything for this week, though. If you have any dailies or weekly missions that are not included in this video, make sure to let me know, and I'll include them in the next episode of the Daily Weekly. My name is Bflattened, and I'm signing on out of here. Take care, all. Laters.